Hello, it's me, Simone, here on my YouTube channel, back at it again with another video. Yes. No, but really, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Simone Nicole, back at it again with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about all of the mistakes that I made going natural, because baby, there's a lot of them, okay? We are going to get into that. And if you are going natural, hopefully this video is going to be super helpful for you. Now, before we get into the video, we have to do our subscriber shout out of the day. And today's subscriber shout out is going to go to Miss Simone Molly or Malloy. I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation of her last name. She commented on my self-love video and she said, we have the same name. My first name is Simone, my middle name is Nicole. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cool. And you're so pretty. I hope that you see this. Of course I saw it. I see every comment. I just wanted to say thank you so much, Miss Simone, for one, subscribing, and two, for leaving such a sweet comment. It is very, very rare that I meet other Simones. So I do think that it's really cool that we have the same first and last name. And I just wanted to say thank you for leaving a positive comment and making my day a little brighter. And if you would like to be my subscriber shout out of the day, then make sure that you are commenting on my videos, that you are subscribed, and that you just say something nice, because we is nice girls over here. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Oh my God, would you say you like my makeup? Crazy, because I just did a video on it. Just saying. So this list is going to be in no particular order, but we are going to just go straight down. I have 7 things. Let's talk about my first mistake. My very first mistake is that I was a product junkie. Oh my God, you guys. I had so many, it was ridiculous. I would buy stuff, wouldn't even necessarily be for my hair type. If I saw it, it looked cool, looked like it was in my budget, yeah, I'll buy it. And then in addition to just buying whatever, whether it was because I just saw it, wanted to try it, I would buy stuff that YouTubers really loved. Who cares if they had the same hair type as me? Clearly not Simone. I would buy these products, and then to add insult to injury, I would literally put 25 different products on my hair. My wash and goes, I used to do them outside of the shower, which we'll get into. I would sit there for like an hour, just putting product on my hair, just weighing that baby down, just freaking slathering on every single product. And it was just so anti-productive. I would say that when you first go natural, first of all, please know that it's going to be very expensive. Everyone that told you like, oh, go natural because it's going to be so much easier, so much, they lied. They lied. I'm here to tell you, it's expensive as heck, especially when you have a lot of hair. You're going through products like they're water. So what you want to do is try out products and add them into your regimen like you would skincare, slowly but surely, and figure out what you like. Figure out what products play well together, what products don't, and do it slowly. And if you find something that you like, keep buying it. And if you have something that you don't like, always buy your products, if you can help it, from bigger places like your Targets, your Walmart, your Walgreens, CVS, whatever, because they have return policies. If you try it and you don't like it, return it and get something else, or just return it and use the stuff that you already have at home. Don't be like me, okay? Ooh. Second on the list, straightening my hair despite the obvious damage it was causing. If you guys watch my natural hair video, I point that out. I was just straightening my hair because I was clearly feeling froggy, so I had wanted to leave. And I just was so excited about the growth that I was experiencing. And I promised myself that I would only straighten my hair once a year. And by golly, by gosh, I was gonna stick to that, even though my hair was clearly being damaged by it. And even though I wore my hair curly for 96% of the year, I was like, yeah, let me sacrifice the health of my hair for this 4% of time. Stop it. If you have natural hair and you want to straighten it, that is completely your prerogative. But just know that, one, you need to watch and see how your hair responds to heat, because mine is very heat sensitive. And two, you need to weigh the fact if you want to wear your hair curly often, then you need to put the heat down, because you are damaging the cuticle of your hair. And once the hair cuticle is damaged, you now have heat damage. So your curls are not going to come back like they used to. They're not going to be as consistent as they were. Clearly, I knew that intellectually, but I was just like, oh my God, straight hair. That was a really, really big mistake that I made, because I ended up kind of having to go through a second transitioning process. And that was a pain in the butt, but here we are. Hopefully you will not do the same dumb stuff that I did, and you will listen to your hair when it is telling you that you need to put the flat iron down. This is a good one. The third mistake that I was making is that I was co-washing my hair after I had soaked my hair in oil. And this is back when I was still using oils. If you guys know me, then you know that I don't use oil on my hair anymore. Ciao. I used to put a deep conditioner on, put freaking like castor oil, freaking olive oil, coconut oil, all up in, really get in there for that deep condition, because I deep condition every single week. And then I would just wash it out. The reason why that's such a big problem is that oil is a sealant. It seals everything in, and in order to strip the oil off of your hair, you have to use a stripping agent, aka a shampoo. But I wasn't using shampoos, because like a good little natural, I was like, oh, I'm only gonna shampoo my hair, you know, every other wash, once a month, whatever. So I would just have my hair just soaking in all these oils, and then use a slippy conditioner to cleanse my hair. No, baby. Wasn't no cleansing happening. That oil was still all up on my hair cuticle, so I wasn't actually getting any moisture. Oil and water don't mix. So if you're putting all this oil on your hair and then you're not shampooing your hair, you're done. So many people are like, I mean, I use oils all the time and I oil my scalp and my hair is still dry. Yeah, because oil is not moisture. Water is moisture. Oil is not moisture. You are going to be fighting against the health of your hair if you're oiling your scalp, oiling your hair, doing all of this, and then just co-washing your hair after. Your scalp needs to breathe. Your hair cuticles need to breathe. They need to be able to accept in water and good products for your hair. And you are not allowing that if you are just using oil and then simply washing your hair, or washing your hair with a co-wash. You need something that suds up every single time you're using an oil to get that oil completely off of your hair follicles and off of your scalp. People are triggered when I say I don't use oil, but it makes sense for my personal routine. I also don't use shampoos. So if I'm not using oils and I'm not using shampoos, that makes sense for me. But if you're going to incorporate oils into your routine, then you have to use a shampoo to get those oils out. So for me personally, it just doesn't make sense to have oils in my routine, especially if I don't use shampoo. Let's talk about the fact that I was not listening to my hair. I was so busy looking at other YouTubers and looking at their growth and their experiences and all that good stuff to simply listen to my own hair. My hair was not responding well to certain products. It wasn't responding well to certain regimens, certain routines, and I didn't care. I was like, you know what? I saw the Glam Twins do it, so I have to do it. If I freaking searched a YouTube video and a girl that had similar hair texture to me did it, I was doing it. Mistake, 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 mistake. You have to listen to your own hair. When I was going through my hair, if the Glam Twins, if they only sectioned their hair in 4 sections, I was sectioning my hair in 4 sections. I can't do that anymore. I have this patch in the very, very middle of my head that grows in so thick. That part is notoriously the thickest part of my hair, and I didn't give it as much love and as much, you know, care that it needed to have. And instead of like taking the time to finger detangle through it, I'm just freaking brushing through it with the comb. That's something else I didn't listen to my hair with. I would comb through my hair or brush through my hair because I saw other people do it. I got the Denman brush. Nope. Nope. In addition to that, I would be wearing these protective styles and then I wouldn't care or pay attention to the fact that they were ripping my hair out. I have really, really thick hair. I have a lot of hair, but my edges just don't do well with single braids. So I have adjusted to that. Usually when I get braids, I'll try to have the front part braided flat down to my head so that I don't have that issue. But this time around, I tried knotless and that was really good because usually like all of this would be gone. So clearly knotless was better for me and I made that change. I will never go back to regular box braids because they hurt my hair. Even though they're protective style and they help my hair to grow, they are still hurting this. And I just, girl, just wasn't paying attention at all. This one I am personally triggered. I don't know if you guys will be, but I am. I was not styling my hair on soaking wet hair for the longest time. I would get out of the shower and then I would style my hair. That works for some people, but for me that absolutely does not work. My hair has to be soaking, sopping wet for me to do a wash and go, a braid out, a twist out, whatever it may be, because I get hands down the best definition from it, and it is so much easier to detangle my hair. But my hair results are so much better now that I style my hair inside of the shower, hands down. And I just wish I would have figured that out sooner because I could have been popping out here so much sooner. This is something that I actually recently figured out. I cannot touch my hair unless it is 110% dry. No matter what the style is, I cannot touch my hair unless it's 100% dry in order to stretch it or do anything to it for that matter. My hair has to be 100% dry. If I don't, frizz, 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 done. No matter how much product I put on there, no matter how defined the style was supposed to be, if my hair isn't 100% dry, I'm done for. The idea is that your hair needs to dry for the style to completely set in and lock in place. So a wash and go is the manipulation of your hair. A braid out, same thing. A twist out, same thing. Bantu knots, the same thing. Your hair is being manipulated into a style, and if you don't let it dry in that manipulated form, then it's going to go back to how it originally is. But the problem is it can't go back to how it originally is because you put all this product in and you disrupted it, and it's this whole thing. So it's just stuck in this land of just being frizzy. Child, just wait until your hair is 100% dry and then go in and take out your braids, your twists, your bantus. Go in and dry your roots with the hair dryer, stretch your hair, whatever you got to do. Just make sure your hair is 100% dry, and I swear your style will thank you for it. And my last mistake that I made is not looking at the ingredients inside of my products. If you guys know me, then you know that I am very, very big on the ingredients inside of the products that I use. Let me show you what I look like in a store. Oh, that looks good. I go through, I scan, and I make sure that every single thing inside of whatever product I'm about to buy fits everything that matches with the things that I want to put in my hair or don't want to put in my hair. For me, silicones are just not going to work. They're a temporary fix, but they cause a bigger problem. Once I took silicones out of my routine, it made a big difference in my hair and the overall moisture of my hair. Also, you have to figure out, can you use products that are heavy in protein? Are you protein sensitive? Are you glycerin sensitive? Are you okay with heavy waxes being inside of your products? Those things I have figured out for myself and what is good for the health of my hair and for the betterment of my hair. I made an entire video on why I choose to buy the products that I do. I use mainly water soluble products, and I have an entire video explaining why I do that and my favorite water soluble products if you want to check that out. So you just got to figure out what ingredients work for your hair, what ingredients benefit your hair, and what ingredients hold you back, and then you just have to look for products that align with that. Alrighties, and that brings us to the end of today's video. This was a good quick one. I hope that you guys found it informational. If there is any mistakes that you all have made and you want to talk about them, then please make sure that you list them in the comments down below. If you agree with any of the things that I said, make sure you tell me. Or if you disagree with anything that I said, that's okay too. And that is it for the video today. Make sure that you guys are subscribed and that you liked this video if you indeed liked it. And I will see you all in the next one. Remember to keep positivity in your life, because positivity breeds positivity, and we have absolutely no time for negativity in 2020. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, stay inside. And also, you thought I was gonna say goodbye, but actually I need you to watch the videos that pop up on either side of me. Come on. And make sure you subscribe too. Join the nice girl gang. I think I've anointed us the nice girls, because everyone here is just so freaking sweet, and I want to be the head of the nice girls. Queen Nice Girl, thank you very much. Have you subscribed yet?